And welcome back to the fourth episode of StinkFLIX. So, with me, as always, is co-host Devin.
What's going on, guys?
And in this episode, Devin, I don't even know if we want to do this. Maybe we should cancel this one because it was that bad. So, in the previous ones, if you haven't seen them, go back and watch them. We did two with Jim, who was the old co-host, but we did. Shit, I can't even think of it. Zombie Hunter.
Avalanche Sharks was the one I did.
We did Avalanche Sharks, and we did another. It was called The Traveler. So if you haven't seen those, go back and watch them, and it'll set you up for this one. This fourth one is so bad. It had a funny part or two, and then it just hits you that it's like, oh my god, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. So tonight we are going to be talking about a movie on Netflix called InAPPropriate Comedy. So
if ever there was a movie that I wish I had, after about 5 minutes of watching, texted you and said, let's pick another movie, it's this fucking movie.
And the problem is the fact that... So we'll frame it a little bit. So it starts off with one of the people that I dislike the most in Hollywood, Lindsay Lohan. So she's a child star. She had her problems, but in this it glamorifies her, makes her look like Marilyn Monroe, and does the whole skirt thing, right? But then it goes down to Vince Offerman. Is that right?
AKA the ShamWow guy.
Right. So ShamWow, Slap Chop, all that same guy who got caught for beating his wife, or no, getting beat up by a hooker, that's what it was. He is in this. So I do a little bit of research. He directed it and produced it, Devin.
Yes, he's a multifaceted, talented gentleman.
So he apparently lives in the sewers, and he has an iPad, and it has all these different apps. So it starts off with him kind of like, which app am I going to pick? What do I do? And I go, okay, I do that. But then
out of the thousands of ways you could start a movie, that's one way you could start a movie.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's one way. But so it goes through that, and then it goes into the very first one. Flirty Harry. So it has some big stars. So it had potential. It had Lindsay Lohan. It has Michelle Rodriguez. It has Rob Schneider. Now, big stars versus funny, two different things, obviously. It had Rob Schneider.
Now, wait a minute. The biggest star, there is an Oscar-nominated actor in this movie.
And he is in the first...
Adrien Brody is fucking in this film.
He's in the first app, Flirty Harry. So it kind of started out funny because he was in a normal top and he's shooting people. It's kind of like a Dirty Harry reference, obviously. And then it pans down. He's wearing pink capris and pants and socks and shoes, whatever. And then it goes into all of these homophobic references. Like, what?
Yeah, everything he says is a double entendre about gay sex. That's the joke, people.
And so, okay, that's one thing. I get that you're trying to be offensive or funny, whatever. It didn't hit for me. And it's like, I don't need to go to a movie where it makes fun of gay people. Or it makes fun of the next segment, which I want to say they only bring in to say they're not racist. That's the thing I'm saying that they only do. And that section is... Go ahead, Devin.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say that section is black ass.
Black ass. And if you can't figure it out, it's a spoof on Jackass.
And so it's... So in the Jackass movie, I want to say 2, they're riding down the street in a giant dumpster or shopping cart. I think it was a shopping cart. In this one, they're in a dumpster and they're running from the cops. So, okay, so that's racist already. It's stereotyping and annoying. And then in the... So that's the first part. The show sets it up in little skits that are no more than 5 to 10 minutes per skit, but then they go through 4. There's 4 of them. So that's 2 of them. The third one is the porno review.
Oh my God. This was the worst one out of all of them, and that's saying something.
Yeah. So this one is the porno review. Okay. It's Rob Schneider and Michelle Rodriguez sitting in a movie theater reviewing porno, kind of like what we're doing here, but not with porno, with shitty movies.
Like them, though, we do have a guy behind us masturbating.
Yes, so we do have a guy behind them. I don't have... Wait. Oh, shit, there he is. No, but behind them, there's a guy that's just masturbating the entire time. It's not like he's hiding it. He's obviously masturbating, and so you're kind of like, what did I just see? But then you're like, oh yeah, it's just this guy masturbating. And so they judge the film off how full, and this was kind of funny. This was the only thing I laughed at, by the way. How full he fills the popcorn bucket with what he's masturbating with.
Yeah, that's the joke. And what was really horrible about this segment was, again, it's just a racist joke. The movie that they're watching is supposed to be a Japanese movie, and it's 2 Asian actors, playing stereotypical Asian parts, and then somebody has dubbed over the dialogue and is doing like the most racist version of a Japanese accent that you could imagine. It's just, and it's not funny. It's not funny. Beyond that, if it were funny, it was still so close to the line of being just flat racist that none of this hits.
Right. And that's absolutely it. So none of it hits for me. So that's the third section. The last one is about a racist white guy that goes around and tries to trap people into being,
Deported.
Deported. Yeah, thank you. So into being deported. And it's like, why is this a thing? And so that's irritating. The whole movie is just not funny. It's not even topical humor. It's just a racist movie, and it is so irritating to me.
Yes, yeah. It's an excuse for, I'm guessing, the ShamWow guy to show his true feelings about things, but then mask it behind, oh, it's a comedy, you just didn't get the jokes. Yeah, ha ha ha. Here's the thing, though. I believe that comedy should be able to explore whatever it wants to explore, but you have to be funny. Dave Chappelle does racial humor, and it's funny. But this is not. This is just racism. There's nothing enjoyable or intelligent about what is going on in this film. Avoid it at every cost.
Yeah, it was bad. And again, nothing was funny about it. I would rather not watch it again ever. I would urge every single person on here to not watch it, even to go out and downvote it, because it's that bad. It's just not funny.
I would not wish this on my worst enemy.
Right. So, but that's going to do it for us on StinkFLIX. Devin, is there anything else you want to bring up about how shitty this movie is?
I will say, if you do get stuck watching it, fast forward to the very end of the movie and watch the outtake, because poor Rob Schneider, they make him say the line "slant-eyed pussy" concerning the Japanese porno that they're watching, and he just straight up refuses to say it, and they're all thinking it's funny, but he has this look on his face where I feel so sorry for him. I don't know who he pissed off to end up in this horrible movie, but you can tell he realizes he's made a giant mistake in his life getting involved with this project.
Absolutely. So, but that is going to do it for us, everybody. Thank you for checking it out. Be sure to check out some of our other sections that we have. We have Devin's Retro Turds. We have My Hearthstone Corner. we also have the main show, which is our podcast where we feature different YouTube channels or artists. And then we have a new one that came out right before this. It's called The Full Nelson. Be sure to check it out. It's where Devin and I review the Halloween or the Chamber of Horrors in WWE. So, again, thank you all, and have a good night.
Hey everybody, this is Devin.
And this is Bob.
We want to thank you for watching the video. If you like what you watch, make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel as well.
Be sure to check out some of our other videos that are appearing on your screen as we speak.